Hello everyone, welcome to this lesson on trigonometry. In this lesson, I will be covering topics such as reduction formulas and cofunction formulas. We are asked to simplify this expression here to a single trigonometric ratio. So, the first thing that we need to understand is this table here. According to this table, when we are on this first quadrant, one of the reduction formula, it's a cofunction formula, which is 90 minus x. And in this quadrant, we have 180 minus x and also 90 plus x. For these two, 90 minus x and 90 plus x, these are the formulas that we are going to use for cofunctions. And then on our third quadrant, we have 180 plus x. And then for the fourth quadrant, we have 360 minus x. So these are the reduction formulas that we are going to use. And according to this table, all trig ratios in quadrant 1 are positive. In the second quadrant, only sine is positive. In the third quadrant, only tangent is positive. And in the fourth and last quadrant, only cos is positive. And we have our cofunction formulas when we apply them whenever we have 90 degrees minus or 90 degrees plus. We use these cofunction formulas. What these cofunction formulas mean is that whenever we have 90 degrees minus or 90 degrees plus, when we have sine, it changes to cos. And when we have cos, it changes to sine. This only applies when we have 90 degrees minus and 90 degrees plus. Only these, that's when we apply these cofunction formulas. So when we look at this 90 degrees minus, it's in our first quadrant. In our first quadrant, all trig ratios are positive, so we have a positive value here. And then since this is a cofunction formula, we're going to change sine into cos. And then the same applies to this cofunction formula here. It's 90 minus, which means we are in the first quadrant, and cos will change into sine, and it has to be positive because we are in the first quadrant. When it comes to these 90 plus, it's in this quadrant, yes, quadrant number 2, as we are told that only sine is positive. So we have sine in this quadrant, it's positive, and then we are going to have a positive value. And since this is a cofunction formula, sine will change into cos. For this one, cos in the second quadrant is negative, and since we are using the cofunction formula, cos will change into sine. So we'll have negative sine x. So this is how we use these cofunction formulas and reduction formulas from the table here. So we are going to use those to simplify this to a single trigonometric ratio. So as we simplify this, we have tangent 180 minus x. 180 minus, it's in the second quadrant. And in the second quadrant, only sine is positive, so this tangent is going to be negative. So we are going to have negative tangent x. We just take this x here. And then for sine 180 plus is in a third quadrant, and in the third quadrant sine is negative, so this will be reduced to negative sine x. And then here we have 90 plus, which is a cofunction formula. So 90 degrees plus is in the second quadrant, and sine is positive, so we are going to have a positive value here. And then since we are dealing with a cofunction, sine will change into cos. So we will have positive cos x. And then here we have also 90 plus. 90 plus is in the second quadrant, and in the second quadrant cos is negative. We have this negative value, and since it's a cofunction, cos will change into sine. So for this value here will be reduced to negative sine x. And then for this one, 360 minus x. is in the fourth quadrant. Only cos is positive in the fourth quadrant, so this is going to be negative, and then sine is going to be negative sine x. This will be reduced to negative sine x. So we have used our reduction formulas and cofunction formulas to reduce this into this, and then we need to simplify it. The way in which we simplify it, as we can see that we have sine x here and sine x, and they are both negative, so they cancel out. Sine x will cancel out with negative sine x will cancel out with negative sine x, and then what we will be left with is negative tangent x cosine x, these two, and for our denominator we will be left with negative sine x. And then as we can see that we have tangent x can be written in a form of sine over cos. So this sine over cos is for this tangent, and then this cos is this cos. And then since we said this divided by negative sine, I took this division line into I turned it into a division sign, because so that I can have two fractions here. And then from there what I will do is, we can see that we have cos x and cos x here, they cancel out, and then what we will be left with when these two cancel out is that I will be left with negative sine x all over 1, because this cosine x was cancelled, and then for this side it remains as it is. And then the reason why I changed this division line into a division sign is so that whenever I change this division into multiplication, this will reciprocate into the denominator will become the numerator, and the numerator will become the denominator. That happens only when we change this division sign into multiplication sign. And then we can see when we do that these two, they're the same and they cancel out. We have negative sine x and negative sine x they cancel out. And then what we'll be left with is that when these cancel out, we'll be left with this 1 over 1 times 1 over 1, and 1 over 1 times 1 over 1 is the same thing as 1. So this trig ratio, this expression simplifies into 1.